on, Queen City Reefers? I did say on the last video that I wasn't really going to do an unboxing and all that of this device right here, which is an auto top-off unit called the Osmolator 3 by Tunze. So I decided why not. I mean, I know that I need to be creating more content and definitely be bringing y'all what is going on with my tank, so that maybe whatever happens here helps y'all, right? So I decided why not. It will be a short one, so we'll discuss what this is real quick. Again, this is the Osmolator 3, which is an auto top-off unit that comes with a new revised pump, a new revised sensor, and less wiring all over, to be honest. So if those that are familiar with the Osmolator 2, I believe that you'll find that there was too much wiring everywhere, and the pump was loud. But overall, that pump has, and the controller itself has always been reliable, at least for me and for a lot of people that I know. One of the things that you want, especially with anything that is aquarium related, is for reliable equipment. So I don't care if it costs you $10, $20, $30 or $200 for something. Make sure that the reviews are good, that there is enough evidence out there that shows it to be reliable. Definitely not knocking anyone for buying stuff from Amazon. I have actually bought stuff from Amazon. I actually have auto top-off units on my other tanks that are cheaper than this, but I was able to afford it, so I said, why not? That being said, there's definitely no question that you can find as good or decent equipment out there for a lot less for those that either don't want to pay the high price or can't afford it. So I'm not here to tell you this is what you need to buy. Definitely not sponsored or anything like that. I purchased this with my own money, and so definitely just want to make sure that everybody understands that. This tank is not in the studio nor in my normal fish area, so I am going to do the unboxing right on this entertainment center since it's right next to the tank right there. All right, so let's go ahead and unbox it. I already opened it. I've already sort of looked through it, of course. I just wasn't ready to install it, but of course you have your normal manual. Then you have this that it's made in Bavaria with passion by Tunze. You have your hose, which looks like very good quality. It doesn't look like it's that kinking type of hose, so kink resistant, I'm assuming. Looks like it'll be long enough. And then I believe this may be your power supply, or yep, the power supply. All right, there we go. So nice, very nice presentation. The pump is right there, and then the sensor is right here. Very nice small pump. I would say that when you compare it to the other one that stood up right up, I would say it's probably small, as big, or it feels a little smaller actually. But this one, of course, will sit like this instead of vertical like the other one that previous to this generation. And then you have your sensor, which this is a guard to avoid it growing algae or getting anything in it that would disrupt it, but this is the actual sensor itself, so that's actually pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this unit out of the box and then get it installed and talk to y'all through it. All right, so here is the sensor again. I figured I would bring y'all to it because I did think of one of the advantages of this sensor versus others, right? And others, again, that I have. The magnet is strong. Now, if I were to put this with one of the smaller tanks that I have, which the glass is thinner, yes, I would say that it is way better and stronger than the typical small little like dual. Let me show you. So pretty much like this one, right? The Aqua Duero, I think is what this is called, and you'll have a little small little magnet on the other end, which holds fine, and I don't think I would ever have an issue with this, being that it's in the back. But definitely when it comes to maintenance time, you have to be careful not to pop it off if you don't intend to. And so yes, I would say that from a magnet perspective, these will be a lot more secure than those. But again, it's something that you always know, right? You will know what you're buying, you will know what you're getting into. And I'm hoping that you'll know that, hey, let me keep an eye on that. And if I do any work around the tank, let me make sure that the auto top-off is still connected, so definitely something to keep in mind. This makes it more worry-free, right? Or less worry-free, whichever way the term is. But definitely so far happy with it, right? So here is the pump. This is the sensor. And in a sense, the controller itself too, right? And this connects to the pump, which you'll find, you know, right next to each other right there. All right, so I'm gonna get to hook this up, and being that I need both hands to do that, I'm just gonna talk to you through what I'm gonna do, and then bring you along once it's already connected. So the water line, you'll see it's in this chamber right here. So I'm gonna actually put it right there in the middle, since this is the area where water will end up decreasing due to water evaporation. You definitely don't want to put it in this chamber here, because water is always going to be pushed out to land in here, and this is what actually ends up going up and down depending on evaporation and how much water it fills in. So it's important that you put it pretty much in the return chamber where all the return pumps are at. That way it accurately will detect when the water evaporates and put some more fresh water in there. Here's a quick intermission on what's going on right now. It is this beautiful lady's birthday today, and we are cutting some fruit at her request, making a fruit salad. And if you stick to the end, to the very, very end, you'll see some after credits on apparently some stuff, goofy stuff that they've been doing while I was over there recording. They decided to do some goofy stuff, and I'm gonna add that to the end because my daughter was actually recording it with her video, with her phone. All right, so here is the 10-gallon auto top-off tank, pretty much, and I'm using just a standard 10-gallon with a lid in there to actually store 10 gallons of RODI water, and it be used for when water evaporates in the main system. This is where I'll be putting the pump itself. This power strip right here is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 outlets. 12 outlets. And so I have one more left right there, and I'm very lucky that the power supply is vertical, because I'll be able to plug it into that last one. And honestly, I think that's all really I will need. I have the 3 lights connected, I have the skimmers connected, I have the UV sterilizer connected, the return pumps connected, the power heads connected. So honestly, I think I should be good. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Please don't pay attention to this mess. I am still debating whether I'm going to be doing something with all this. One mistake I did was I wanted to really hang that UV sterilizer in the back right there, but now that I have the tank here, I'm like, oh, how am I supposed to do that now? So definitely things, if one thing you don't want to learn from me is plan ahead what exactly you want to do. I was excited to put this tank, I put it here, I put it to cycle and all that, and therefore afterwards I was like, okay, yes, I'm gonna hang up the equipment, and now I don't have really anywhere. And I did think about a controller board in this area right here, but my wife isn't having that since it will be unsightly for her. So I think everything stays down there. I do know that they make those controller boards that you can put down there, but I don't even think I can fit it anymore. Anyways, let's get this auto top off connected. And here you have it. Here is the Osmolator 3 by Tunze. So far so good. It's actually very quiet. Not as quiet as I thought, but it's definitely way quieter than the previous generation. You can still hear a hum coming from the stand, but it doesn't bother me at all. As far as, let's see, that's honestly the controller and the sensor all at the same time. So I'll show you. I mean, I think you know how these work, right? I don't think it's hard, but here, I'll move it up, and it will sense that it's moved up, and it takes just a few seconds to start pouring in some water. And then once it gets to the sensor, it will turn green, meaning it's at the right level, and stop pumping. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I leave you. So far, so good. I will definitely give you a long-term review on this device itself. First impressions, I love it. I knew I would love it. It is very, very well built. Even the cords, the power supply, the cords that run to the power supply, the ones that run to the sensor, the hose itself that delivers the water to the tank, it all seems like premium quality material. I'm not just saying it, honestly. I have several type of auto top-offs, and I cannot tell you how some feel flimsy, feel like if you would pull too hard, they would rip. But I think honestly, at the end of the day, again, if you take care of your equipment, regardless of all that, you should have equipment that lasts for some time, assuming it is good quality equipment, right? So I'm not saying that, hey, go pull on the cord over there, and if you pull on this one, you'll never, you know, whatever the case may be. No, I'm just saying from a quality perspective, yes, this is built better. It seems, it appears that it feels, in your hand, it feels that it's built better. So if you like that kind of comfort, absolutely recommend it. If you don't care, there's also other options that will work just as good and do the job like it's supposed to. And just take care of your equipment. At the end of the day, take care of it. Clean it, do what you're supposed to do with it to make sure that it lasts a long, long time. We are in a saltwater world, right? So anything salt will damage equipment. One of my next videos will definitely be once this is already with the lights on permanently, and we're adding coral and all that. But for the next episode, we're definitely going to focus on a different tank in the Queen City Reefs. If there's a specific tank you want to see, please leave that in the comments below, and I'll make sure to discuss that tank in the next episode. But until then, I'll catch you in the next one. Through what I'm going to do, and then I'll bring you along once it's already connected. So the water line, you'll see it's in this chamber right here. So I'm going to actually put it right there in the middle, since this is the area where water will end up decreasing due to water evaporation. You definitely don't want to put it in this chamber here, because water is always going to be pushed out to land in here, and this is what actually ends up going up and down depending on evaporation and how much water it fills in. So it's important that you put it pretty much in the return chamber, where all the return pumps are at. That way it Why you stopping? Who cares? Ready? Ready? I'm Deadpool, baby.